Here's some insider mortgage information so you don't get bamboozled on your refinance. This is super important to military borrowers because you get marketed to like nobody's business. When you receive marketing materials from a lender, they're not looking to help you. They're not a charity case. They're looking to make money. And if they spent money trying to find you, whether it's through public record search or even mailers, they want to get their money back and then some. And they're not going to make it all off of everyone they sent it to. They're going to try and make as much as they can off the people they actually connect with and close a loan with. That could be you. Here's a letter one of my clients recently received. He's a military borrower, currently at 6.749%. The letter doesn't say what rate they can get him. They say they can get him a lower rate, but they have no idea what he has. All I know from public record is that his loan's a VA loan, what his balance is, and when he purchased his home. They're just throwing shit against the wall hoping something sticks. Believe it or not, many people will reach out to them. Can they give him a lower rate than he has now? Maybe, but it would be at a significant cost because of where the market is right now. The reason why military borrowers are marketed to so hard is because the streamlined refinances are super easy, super quick. They can be very beneficial, but also very profitable for the lender if the borrower doesn't know what to look for. The only rules the VA really has for these streamlined refinances is the new rate is going to be 0.5% lower than they currently have. They have to have made 6 payments on the mortgage, and 210 days have to have passed since their current loan's first payment date. Public record gives these lenders enough information to give a marketing letter that seems legit. One other rule the VA has, if the recoup period for these loans is more than 36 months, then the lender has to have a disclosure signed by the borrower. If the cost of the loan pays for itself with the monthly savings within 36 months, then the lender doesn't need to have any special paperwork signed. How many of these lenders that are sending mailers and text messages are actually explaining this to the client? How many of them are even pointing out this disclosure when it's bundled with hundreds of other pages in their disclosure documents? I would say somewhere between Buckley's and none. You can see these lenders' selling points from the letter themselves. They're advertising a lower rate, lower payment. They're saying you can skip 2 payments, which isn't really true, and you can get a refund of your escrow account. So to most people, it's like, hey, I'm not coming out of pocket any money. I'm skipping some mortgage payments. I'm getting a refund, and I'm saving some money. Who cares what I'm paying? Way too many people fall for this. They end up paying way too much for minimal monthly savings, and then they're locked out of refinancing when rates actually come down for at least 210 days, but usually it's more than that. And this isn't just for military borrowers. Anyone refinancing a mortgage should look at their costs versus their savings. You should look at the lender fees, the third-party fees, any points you're paying to get the rate below market. And for military borrowers, you may be paying a funding fee. Don't be hoodwinked. Don't be swindled. Don't be bamboozled into a mortgage that's really not in your best interest. Reach out to a trusted advisor who's going to explain the cost benefit of your financing to see if it even makes sense. So if you're refinancing, really pay attention to the recoup period. If it's within a year, maybe even a year and a half, that may not be so terrible. For example, if you pay $1,800 to save $100 a month, that'll break even in 18 months. After that, if rates are lower, you could refinance and you're minimizing what you paid up front, and think of it as kind of an insurance policy in case rates did not come down. It's much easier to stomach $1,000 in case rates don't come down, but it's very hard to swallow several $1,000s just because a lender wants to make a few bucks off of you. If you'd like to have a conversation, schedule time in my calendar, link below. We'll have a conversation, go over your specifics, and see what makes sense for you. And really put a custom plan together to make sure you're getting what you deserve and what you need.